What is it? The Five Eyes network allows people to analyze and download people's information through social media. It consists of 5 countries, 5 English-speaking democracies in the world. They are the only software system to control the download and dissemination online. They are Signals Intelligence Network analyzing the world through 5 nations. A global system to intercept private and commercial comms. It can eavesdrop on calls, faxes, computers, and bank accounts. They store all the information onto Echelon's computers. It was initially used for military and political reasons. The technology revolution has allowed it to target individuals. They can be referred to as a cyber secret police. They take domestic information and shares it globally. Most of the information that is found is fed to the US. When spying on calls or faxes, etc., it will use the cheapest way and not always the most direct path to get the information. The path is hard to predict. They use optic fiber cables to share information. It feeds through sites like Facebook, Microsoft, Apple, Yahoo, Google, Skype, and YouTube. Basically anything that is commonly used. It goes through email, videos, picture, voice, data, file transfer, and special requests. Dragnet surveillance, everyone's comms. Targeted surveillance, one person. NSA can get into computers and phones. They can't be stopped. The data collected can be used to acquire leverage against terrorist threats. They can tap into fiber optic cables. NSA, in conjunction with Echelon, was made to crack codes. It uses metadata, data about data. Origins. Echelon Spy Network consists of 5 countries: New Zealand, Australia, Canada, USA, UK. He began in the 1960s to watch the military of the Soviet Union and its allies for the Cold War. It can also be traced to World War II when they were trying to crack German and Japanese codes with an old interceptor. It also looked into People's Republic of China and a couple more eastern countries known as exotics. It was established in 1971 and began expansion in the 1980s because it gave the USA and the UK more land to set up spy networks. New Zealand, Australia, Canada were brought in as third countries, as part of the Commonwealth. It consists of the UK-USA secret agreement signed in 1946.
During the Second World War, the UK and the US were sharing intelligence about the Nazis. They had an agreement called Brusa, which allowed them to exchange personnel and gave both countries rules on handling classified information.
Classification level was limited to Great Britain, Canada, USA, Australia and New Zealand only. Efforts to win the war on terror led to expansion, then led more in 2001 due to 9/11 letting it gain more intelligence about the Taliban. These expansions let the NSA Five Eyes gain more advantage for intelligence. This would allow them to monitor the world web over a couple of decades. The Echelon grew to monitor military. Five Eyes means 5 countries spying on the world. In the Second War, the UK-USA agreement was formed in conjunction with the Five Eyes network. What we have done. Daryl Jones was a Kiwi citizen and was killed by the US drones for accused helping terrorists. Many people think that we feed information about citizens like Daryl Jones to the US to help with the drone attack. If they were, New Zealand would probably feed metadata or bug his family's calls to see if anyone's in touch with them. Our agreement was a bit shaky as we did not accept nuclear arms in New Zealand. Our Waihopo station is the hub of our communication branch. We have also allegedly helped in the raid of kin.com. What New Zealand does. New Zealand joined in 1981. New Zealand's role is to watch the Pacific waters and feed it back to the US. Our major contribution is done by the government's Communications Security Bureau, the GCSB. We monitor the collection of traffic, learning communication documents and equipment, analyzing the traffic, deciphering coded messages, decryptions and translation. We give our information to the US to utilize. We do participate in the whereabouts drones are and how they are used. Our signal intercepts give a lot of information to the US about terrorists. Some think John Key does not give enough information about operations, e.g. when Daryl Jones was killed as an alleged Al-Qaeda member, Key said it was a legitimate, hardly proven hard evidence. We monitor the internet and feed it through Waihopo.